before you're thinking about how do you plus one and plus one and plus one and plus one, think about the expenses. What is the average cost of living in the area and the city you are currently living? Please understand that, because the power of your income, if that is not increasing and your expenses increasing, you are in a deep trouble. And that is where a lot of people find themselves. I call it a comfort zone, or terrible comfort zone that will create a kung fu survivor. Capital is the best source of income you wanted to develop, because one asset class called real estate can give you two forms of income: rent and capital gain. The power of your income, if that is not increasing and your expenses increasing, you are in a deep trouble. All right, welcome to another video. Understand these before you start a family. Every young adult out there, please understand this before you start any family. Any person that have not started a family, please share this video with them. Help them to understand this before they start family. These are the lessons I learned after 20 years in America, and with a bunch of struggles, and eventually I acquired a lot of wisdom, and I would like to share to any young adult out there that have not started family yet, but you are thinking about one. I want you to understand this. In the meantime, before you watch this video, if you can pause and watch this video I call Financial Vital Signs on my YouTube channel, that will help you understand what I'm about to say here. But I will just briefly tell you, what is the financial vital sign? It's called ICE. I stand for income, C stand for capital, E stand for expenses, S stand for savings. So if you understand ICE, you will also understand the concept I'm about to talk about right here, because it's based on the ICE concept. On the ICE concept, you will need to understand the impact of these ICE vital signs in order to, before you start family. This is you right there, right here. So you go to college, let's say you learn a trade, you have a skills, you have a talent, you develop it, and currently it's making what they call income. Now you have income. Income is coming in, it could come in form of W-2 or wage or salary or service you provided, you get income, right? You have to provide service actively. So that means you are actively selling your time and energy in order to create income in this box right here. So this guy called income will give you green light because he has $2 sign, right? I want you to pay attention to this dollar sign as well. He has $2 sign because it's giving you income. Now you can use that income to do what? Keep your day-to-day expenses, to keep you alive. Survival mode, right? I call survival mode as kung fu mode, right? Right, because you're limited in that aspect of comfort zone. So when you're in a comfort zone, you're in a survival mode, and survival mode is a kung fu. You are fighting, to keep yourself above the water. So your income take care of your expenses, and your expenses taking care of basic need: food and water, shelter, clothing, and amenities, right? By the time you take care of this on daily basis, monthly, weekly, whatever, how you are taking care of this, it's coming from your income somewhere, somehow. And if you do not have anything left over for savings, you are in trouble. Please watch this video about vital sign. It's going to tell you more what I'm currently talking about here. Manage to use your income to take care of your expenses, and yes, still have something left, and put it in your savings. It has $1 sign. That means because you use one for expenses, you use the other one for savings. So instead of using two of your dollar sign to take care of your fundamental essentials, but you still have ability to use another one for savings. And if you do that, guess what? It helps you build capital, which is the next one we'd like to talk about. So on your capital is the best source of income you wanted to develop, but you cannot be developed over time. It takes time to build capital. When I'm speaking about capital, I'm speaking about different asset classes like real estate, stocks, bonds, treasury bills, and so on and so forth. Those asset classes take time to build because it requires heavy money to invest in them, right? For you to do that, if you are not born into wealth, you are not raised with silver spoon in your mouth, you need to smartly invest one of your dollar sign here into savings in order to build capital. I'm going to show you how to do that in another video. At this time, I want you to understand one concept. I haven't get to that. So your best option right here is to build your capital from your income. And your income is coming to build your capital through savings right here. Now, once you have savings, you can use it to create capital asset class. And the type of asset class benefit of income, you want something like dividend, rent, capital gain, interest income, royalty, and so on. There's so many of them, but these are the common ones. You see these two, rent and capital gain, they are coming from one asset class. It's called real estate, and that's what I do most, real estate. Because one asset class called real estate can give you two forms of income, rent and capital gain, and the rest can only give you one. Perhaps maybe they can also give you the other one, and that is gamble, and I don't like to gamble with my money, so that's why I stick with real estate. So real estate give you rent and capital gain, right? So with that, you can create a solid income that is more passive. It's not dominating your time and energy in order to create income. So when you create income with this best option, then you don't have to lean heavily on your W-2. You have more time, and that will take care of your expenses. If the income is so great and it's so enormous, you can use it to build savings, and from this saving you can create more capital and more capital and more capital. For example, let's say you get real estate apartment number one, you can get another real estate, another property, another couple of doors to create more income using this concept. Now, the last piece I want you to understand before you start family is if you start saying you plus one, plus one, plus one, plus one, you are no longer a one person or individual anymore. You are now a family person. And every individual you had to you creates more expenses. Because you have to carry the expenses unless you are co-partnering with your partner to share the expenses or to share the load of expenses. So if you as a man or whoever you are the head of the household, before you're thinking about how do you plus one and plus one and plus one and plus one, think about the expenses. What is the average cost of living in the area and the city you are currently living? Please understand that, because the power of your income, if that is not increasing and your expenses are increasing, you are in a deep trouble. And that is where a lot of people find themselves. I call it a comfort zone, or terrible comfort zone that will create a kung fu survivor zone for you. You don't want to be in that area, and that is the red zone. And that is the knowledge of this video, is to understand, before me adding additional person to my unity of life, I need to understand what is the average cost of raising. Let's say I have more kids. I need to start thinking about expenses. How am I going to increase my income to sustain my current living lifestyle and able to sustain my expenses? Or I need to find a way to reduce my expenses in order to sustain me plus one, plus one, plus one. That is the message of today. Thanks for watching, and please, for you to understand the full concept, please check out the ICE video. That is financial vital sign to examine what is your financial status, if you are comfortable, rich, or wealthy. Thanks for watching.